I was 28 years old, and I'd only been a public defender as a few years out of law school. And for some reason, John McCain asked me to be his chief of staff when he got elected. So on my first day at 7 a.m., John McCain picked me up at my house. I went to the car and I said, "Well, do you want me to drive?" He goes, No, I'm going to drive. So I said, "Well, maybe I can sit in the back seat." I'm no expert on this, but I thought the staff drove. He goes, "No, get in the car, boy, get in the car." And for the next half hour, we just talked about the football games the day before and whatever's in the news and politics, and told a few jokes. And it was at the same time just really a lot of fun, and also quite terrifying because of his ridiculously bad driving. As we get excited, he would kind of, he drove like this anyway, and then he would get excited and just start drifting off. And I'm like, "Hey, hello over there." So we finally got where we were going, and I said, "Oh, hey, by the way, what are we doing?" And he goes, I hired the whole staff, and I want you to meet them." I said, "Oh, okay, that's good." So we met the staff, and then we went back to the car. We got in the car, and all the staff came out, and they were all waving and things. And I said, "Well, they seem to be very nice." He goes, "Oh, you're going to have to fire half of them." I said, "What are you talking about?" And he just sped off, and the staff was waving. And about 1 minute later, we went right back by because he'd gone the wrong way, of course. He waved again. And I just say that 2 hours kind of epitomized the next 35 years for me with John McCain. It was at once a little bit harrowing, a little wild, a little crazy, but a lot of fun, and the greatest honor of my life. I have people ask me all the time, "Did you ever know in those early years, did you have a feeling you had someone so special there?" And my answer is yes, absolutely. No question about it. Arizona loved him. We had one little blip one time when he ran for the Senate the first time. He called me on the phone. He goes, "Well, boy, I think I might have screwed up." I go, "What?" He said, "Well, I was talking to these students at U of A, and they said, 'How come you're the only politician that comes down here? They only go to the retirement places.' He said, 'Well, it's because you guys don't vote.'" Okay? Those other dudes vote like 100%, so you want people to come down here, you need to vote like they vote out at Seizure World. I said, you didn't say that, did you? Because there's this big retirement community called Leisure World in the East Valley. And they weren't real happy with their new nickname out there. So John said, like he always does, he said, "Okay, I screwed up. Let's go. We got to go out there." And so we went out. And I remember we drove in, and there was about a 90-year-old guy in a golf cart right there, and he was giving us the finger. And little did he know, we both said, "That's great. We love that." And John was like, "Hey, good to see you. Good to see you, pal. Thank you, thank you." So he went in, he said, "Oh, sorry about that," and went to work. And guess what? I think he won that about 85-15 in that election.